I'm ready. I have spawn ready.
Surprise! You go in and you're in Blackreach.
I can only see blackness, so I see pretty black.
I attack it. The darkness.
Yeah. Cast magic missile.
All right, what is your marching order, Kyle? They took a long rest, so you should have full health.
I'll be up front.
Do I need to recap the loot for anybody?
No.
No, for me.
There was a chain shirt. Wes picked up a longsword +2. A spine whip. Riding crop. A set of very nice black robes. Two
That's right.
shrunken heads.
The riding crop that you want someone to attune to.
I didn't say that. I just said it's there if anybody wants to check it out. Studded leather +1, which John took, and then 2 wands, which were completely random. 1 wand of Burning Hands and 1 wand of Thunderwave. Thunderwave.
Burning Hands when you masturbate with hot sauce.
Yes. Tabasco.
Not to be confused with burning fingers.
No.
God.
Hey, do I sound robotic? Because my internet's like taking a shit, apparently.
You're alright for now.
Good old Comcast. It sucks, but it's literally the best thing you can get in town.
Even in Florida, it sucks ass.
Oh, I'm still at Shippensburg.
Oh, wait. Even in Shippensburg, it sucks ass.
Yeah, it's like the best, worst thing we have.
Yeah.
That, unless you guys know any better providers.
I think Comcast is the best.
And they're still shoddy as shit.
You can get Fios or whatever, but I think they have to run the fiber optic cable.
You can get
that probably runs.
Happiness Muscast.
The
Starlink.
fiber optics probably expensive as shit.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it is.
All right, so that was the loot. Hold on to your butts. All right, who's leading?
I would say I'm up front with whoever is up front with me.
Okay, you guys can just organize yourself into formation, and fucking Grinny the elf is going to be over here in timeout.
I can't see anything.
You can't see anything?
Just
you gotta scroll all the way to the bottom.
Scroll to the bottom.
He flipped the map on us instead of starting at the top.
Right.
We start at the bottom.
All right, I'm here. I found it.
All right, so you enter the cave, and
There wasn't anyone posted outside.
No.
Oh, it's sketch as fuck.
It is lit by torches lining the walls, reflecting light down the corridors. To your left and right, the path splits and all continues on straight ahead. Why don't let me look at this thing. What do you guys want to do? Kane Highwind, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's terrible. Hold, please.
Okay.
Do we find a bunch of
it's 13
dead Ottoman skulls on the ground? And is Tywin Lannister hiding in the shadow?
I don't know. Oh, that's
You
probably
don't
did
know
some
if there's Ottoman Empire skulls on the ground.
No, I mean, well, you don't know, and because you don't know, I don't know yet. So maybe you can explore a little.
Can I do an investigation check for Ottoman
Yeah,
Empire skulls?
if you want. I
What's my
will say this:
perception?
investigation.
You want me to do
There should be a
investigation check?
place on your character sheet for that one.
No, I didn't know if you want me to do perception or investigation.
You
That's what I
are
was asking.
what? So I guess the broader question would be: are you just looking for evidence of vampirism?
Yeah.
He got a 10.
You could, yeah, you could roll investigation, I suppose. Is that what the 10 is for? The 9?
So what do I see with a 9? What do I find?
Yeah, I was asking if that's what that was for.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was throwing it from
No worries. With a 9, you don't find any signs of vampirism from where you currently are, and it just seems like a normal cave. It's well lit.
I'm gonna tell people this doesn't feel right.
All right.
All right.
We'll be all right.
Gradius, you have the highest passive perception at 16. Well, that's not true, but Buddy Moon Elf isn't here. Buddy Holly the Moon Elf isn't here. So
Get him out of here.
ahead from the north, you can hear the sound of hammering.
Like blacksmithing or
No,
Yeah.
blacksmithing.
or
As
Jake
a-
Tom whiskey on John's bed.
Oh God.
Witcher
As,
3 style hammering.
as a dwarf, you'd recognize the characteristics of blacksmithing.
Okay. So I don't hear somebody yelling, "What are you doing?"
Oh God.
But that's they want you to go up that path. Like they want you to go north. So we should
No.
go left or right because that's where the loot is. That's what RPGs have taught me.
You guys
Okay,
can go
let's
any
go
way
to the
you
right. I'm gonna step up here.
All right, I'll step up with him.
All right, band of the bros. All right, so the path extends downward, and there's a door at the end of the hallway.
Okay, I'm going to slowly advance towards the door, almost stealthily.
Well, do you want to roll a stealth check?
I mean, it'll be pointless, but sure.
I mean, it's up to you because you can either stealth or.
Oh
No.
yeah, and that one.
All right, you think you think you are very sneaky.
I'm gonna do like a tuck and roll to here.
You'll be like Peter Griffin.
Yeah, except for I'm in plate armor, so all you hear is like a bunch of crunching on the ground.
I like it.
All right, so what are you doing? There's a door in front of you.
Open the door. Open the door.
Are you opening it?
Yeah, I'll let the stealthy dwarf go through first, but I'll open the door.
Okay, it's a wooden door. And you reach your hand up to open it, and the lock on clicks, or the latch on clicks, and the door swings open.
What's behind the door?
How was D&D? They stood in front of a door for 3 hours.
You unlocked. You said the latch unclicks.
Yeah, and it swings open.
Yeah. So what's behind the door?
Oh, I thought you were waiting for someone to go through. There's nothing. No, I'm just kidding. So the chamber here opens up. And this is what you see. Okay. There is a pit filled with acid that's spilling out to either side here. In front of the pit, it looks to be about 30 feet down into the pit. On the other side, there's a high wall of glass.
That doesn't seem safe. I'm going to do an OSHA investigation.
Okay, how would you like to do that?
That was just a joke.
There's no joking allowed here, sir.
I figured OSHA would have some complaints with this, but
All right, so there's an acid pit, 30-foot drop, and a high glass pane. Here, then watch the other side.
is it all around or is it just on one side?
Is it all around? It blocks.
Platform. Like there's a glass here, right?
Yeah, there's a tall glass panel here. This
But what about like
platform-
over here on the sides?
Oh, that's right. You can fly. Damn. No.
Yeah.
But the sides of these pits are sloped and filled with rocks that look as though they may tumble below into the acid.
But what's on the other side of the glass?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
It extends, and there's looks like the path continues to the north.
John, you should fly over to the other side and try and lower the glass.
That's something I'll do. I'm gonna fly over Mia.
All right, so you fly over there. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try and knock the glass panel over, like creating a bridge for my friends.
Are you gonna push it over?
Yeah, man. Beast.
All right, give me a strength check.
20.
Okay. With a 20, you put your weight into it, and it wobbles somewhat, and then falls forward with, excuse me, with a crash. And I wonder if it would break. It's supposed to be reinforced glass.
Man.
Depends on what it would fall onto and how hard it falls.
So it's
I
about.
think it'd be.
Go ahead.
I would say I think it'd be like damaged. So
Yeah, so let's say it cracks as it falls across the pit. So it falls straight across the pit of acid, creating a bridge, but the glass pane cracks as it falls. All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil. So I don't basically know if there is any undead, aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend within 30 yards. And I can detect that through most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, and a thin sheet of lead.
Okay, that's only going to be to here.
But yeah, I'm just, making sure there's nothing evil across the pit before I cross it.
Okay. All right, so you cast Detect Good and Evil. You notice that there is a skeleton at the bottom of this pit, but it doesn't seem like it is going to animate.
Okay. Well, then I am going to very gingerly cross the cracked floor.
All right, so you step across there, your plate armor, and the bridge cracks a little bit more. You notice the cracks kind of spread out. They kind of spider as you make your way across.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and just jump the pit, avoid the glass.
You gonna get a running start?
Yep.
Okay. All right. If you get a running start, you can jump to the other side with ease.
All right.
I didn't want to ask him to toss me.
Nobody tosses a dwarf, I'm told.
Guys, this must be the back entrance to the cave. We're totally in the clear.
Yeah.
That's why
We're
they
supposed
set
to go
this
this way.
trap up.
Companions of the glass bridge, you managed to find your way onto the other side.
Guess we're gonna move up the hallway.
All right. The hallway is lit by clusters of torches, and Gradius, stop right there. As you make your way up the hall, you can hear the sounds of combat.
Combat. Interesting. I'm gonna let him know that there's a fight going on up ahead. Can I retry my stealth roll now that we crossed the bridge and everything?
Yeah.
Prefer not to stay with a 1. There we go. 10's a little better.
I better get my notebook here.
You don't need that. We just wing it here.
Yeah.
Welcome to D&D Light, where half the rules are made up and the other half don't matter. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Isn't that just D&D at regular?
Depends who's behind depends who's behind the screen, I guess.
You see they delayed the D&D movie because of scheduling conflicts?
Yeah, but that's just hilarious. That's hilariously meta. It actually looks really good. I'm very surprised. All right. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'll roll a perception.
Okay.
Just
What are you trying?
see if I can. Just to see if I can figure out like what the noise is, like if it's like combat training or something.
Okay. None. Okay, with a none,
Kids.
I'll say this: you can definitely, as a combat veteran and somebody who served in the Royal Army, you can definitely tell that they're using some kind of bladed weapons. You can hear the kind of clang that swords make when they clash together.
Oh, say, thankfully these walls are lit because I don't have dark vision.
I'm surprised nobody even mentioned that.
We just assume that you knew that everyone always has dark vision.
Even if you don't have dark vision, you have dark
Yes.
vision. Anybody else doing anything? Well, tell you what, you let me know what you want to do.
I'm just gonna fly forward. I can go towards the danger, as I say.
I'll go ahead and move up too.
Hey, Keen Highwind. So the path, okay. YOLO, it is.
Yeah.
You guys can just name yourself.
Hey, I'm
YOLO.
leading the way, dog. with
What's
my
that guy's?
stealth.
All right. Well,
What's
the
that guy's
path,
name?
Drake.
No. The dragon thing from World of Warcraft.
Which one?
The meme.
The meme.
Yeah, he runs in and like
Leroy.
PWL.
Leroy.
Yeah, that's it.
Leroy
Leroy Jenkins.
All right, Leroy.
I'm
Well,
gonna
here's
cast
what.
divine protection on myself and run in.
Oh my God! Did he just run in? Oh shit! Okay.
And then just bubble hearth. See you later, suckers.
No, you gotta say at least I have chicken, and then peace out.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what you see as you round the corner. Two men in brigandine armor. The one closest to you looks like he's sparring with a combat dummy. There's one next to him wielding a short sword and a shield, and third man in the back holding a staff, critiquing their techniques.
Hey guys, is this where new recruits come to train?
Yeah. We'll go with that. Roll deception.
A deception. A Jeffception.
Guys, my dice rolls aren't very good today. I think the highest I've gotten is an 11.
All right. So you round the corner and they both kind of stop and hold their weapons defensively, surprised to see you. And they say, "How did you get in here?" And you say in response,
Blackjack.
Open.
Blackjack told us that if we were worthy, we could make it past the acid pit and start training to be part of his gang.
they exchange a glance and look back at you and say, "Blackjack's dead. Haven't you heard?"
That man was killed? By who? They must have been some great warriors.
Well, we thought that once Galangar and his men didn't come back, that they were all dead. We've been laying low
so
ever
it
since.
hasn't been verified yet. What if he's still out there?
All right, how do you want to use this deception roll of a 7?
I'm just trying to convince them that I'm trying to join their group. Be part of the bandits. I'm here to rob shit. I'm showing up as like a plain white guy trying to join a gang.
He has a red bandana on.
They call me Prison Mike.
Oh my god. All right. So they kind of look at you strangely, and you said Blackjack's name, but you're asking them about joining and being a new recruit, and they just kind of look at you like, I don't know if you got the stuff. You didn't really strike us as somebody who could join our crew.
I'm gonna respond with what I lack in combat still. I make up my ability to heal. Like I'd be able to fix that ugly face of yours.
Throwing insults.
Nice.
Well, I figure gangs are a rough crowd, so I feel like they'd be a little more open to somebody that's giving it back to them.
Sure. All right. Well, I'll say this. The one that you're speaking to, the one closest to you, has a vicious scar across his right eye. Looks like he's been blinded. And he's got a crooked nose from, of course, a brawl of some sort that didn't quite heal right. And he kind of touches his face defensively, like he's insecure about it. And his friends beside him start laughing at your insult. And he looks up at you and he says, "You can fix this?" And he points to his eye.
Let me check my spells. Is it lesser restoration?
To bring back an eye. Let me look.
You can touch a creature, either one disease or one condition affecting it, and the condition could be blindness, deafness, paralyzed, or poison. Yep.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you
I'm
can do
gonna
that.
cast lesser restoration, and then hold my hand up to his eye and restore it.
Okay.
And
Okay, so-
that's how Kyle became a power church.
He recruited all these bandits to join the Raven Queen.
I'm gonna tell him, "Let Jesus in." Hold my hand up to his head.
All right, so you touch him. You touch his right eye, and he kind of recoils and falls to the ground and blinks up at you. And he looks at his companions, and they're just kind of standing there, watching with like bated breath, like not sure what to think. And he jumps to his feet, drops his weapons, and touches his face, and he says, "By the gods, I can see." And his companions kind of look at him with awe, and they look back at you like with a sort of reverence.
One of the many powers bestowed upon me by the Raven Queen.
And they mull that over for a minute or two, and this guy here is going to come over here, and he says, "Well, I might have been wrong about you." He says, "If Blackjack is going to vouch for you and you can heal like that, you ought to go on ahead. See if you can talk to the captain."
Where would I find him, and what's his name?
I'm so glad you asked, because I can't remember what his name is. Just give me a second.
Yo, what up, Cap?
Yeah, he just goes by the captain.
His name is Crunch.
With all due respect, sir, that my cereal does not cut the roof of your mouth.
All right, let me look at a name
I'm
generator
gonna need
here.
lesser restoration to eat a bowl of Captain Crunch.
They're not like, "Hey, how'd you get past the big acid trap that was in front of us?" Let's keep going.
They say he's Captain Bug-Eyed Stanhope.
Oh, so I gotta fix another eye.
Thanks, random internet generator. He says, let me reveal the rest of this cavern. There's a source of fresh water here, and there's another one of the bandits here is grabbing pails of water to take further into the cave.
I'm
But
gonna ask them if they know that water's been contaminated. It's so close.
well, they kind of give you a funny look and say, Water's water. It flows in, it flows out.
I'm just gonna tell him be careful drinking that.
Well, with your this guy in the back here with the staff's gonna look at you and he says, well, with your fancy dancy magic, why don't you go ahead and purify our water then?
Man, they trying to get me to use all my spell slots, huh?
I don't know. They just want you to purify their water if you can do it.
Yeah, isn't that just the crap? What's it called?
Purify food and drink, I think.
Yeah, that's just level 1, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, level 1 transmutation. You can cast it as a ritual, which I don't believe uses spell slots. Is that correct? I can't recall.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Wes?
Yeah,
Okay.
it just
Oh,
takes
so-
10 minutes to do.
Yeah, so you'd have to sit here and chill with them for 10 minutes. Or your companions could go on ahead without you if you want.
I mean, that's up to them. I'm gonna sit there and do that to save the spell
No,
slots.
I'm chill. I'm chill
Yeah,
here
I'm
with the
fine with
chocolate
waiting out the
guy.
10 minutes.
Hey, do they have a spell to turn water into wine? Wouldn't that just be like essentially like
Wouldn't that be like
drink?
predestination?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, that's what I said. There used to be transmute liquid in 3.5. Let me see here.
Oh, it's a cantrip transmutation.
Prestidigitation can change the color and flavor of a liquid, so you could use that for a simple parlor trick.
Yeah, but the one clerics can't do it. I definitely don't have the spell.
There's also
I was just gonna turn the water into wine and then
Us.
go around saying that I'm Jesus.
Transmutation Wizard has a minor alchemy ability, which lets you change the materials of one type to another.
But yeah, either way, I don't have those spells. So
Okay. Well, I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll just be happy to have some actual drinking water.
yeah, I'm gonna sit there and purify this water for 10 minutes.
All right, so you guys are hanging out for 10 minutes. Are you doing anything while Grady's is doing that?
Yeah, I'm gonna send.
I'm just complaining. I'm complaining about the new Monster Hunter game. Wes can go on.
I'm gonna send my owl to go ahead and start doing some scouting.
Okay.
I'll go up there.
All right.
Where do you go?
Hold on.
Flew off into the darkness. Don't you remember?
can't
You
see
don't
him.
have dark vision.
I don't. So I'll remind Greg.
All right, the path kind of curves around here to the right and continues.
Okay.
Let me know if you want to scout a little more.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring out right now.
So I sit there. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and scout another 40 feet.
Okay.
See
All
what's
right,
around.
So your owl flies around the corner and the passageway opens here. The corridor opens, I should say. It continues straight ahead and also cuts to the left. And from the left, sorry, I keep yawning, my goodness. I actually had to go into work today.
I'm tired.
It's the worst, bro. So From the left, you can hear further sounds of him. You can hear through your familiar's ears, right? As well as see.
Yeah, I'm at the yes.
Yeah, so from the left, you can hear more hammering.
Okay.
We don't care about hammering. We just care about murder.
Well, hey man, I'm just letting you know what's around here, and you must not care about murder too much because you didn't murder any of these guys.
I was seconds away from murdering them until Cal intervened.
Hey, 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 hey. I feel like it's easier to fight your way out than fight your way in.
This is like if your football team's offense fumbles the football, but then you recover and run it the whole way in for a touchdown because the 7 would not have cut it until you're like, I'll heal you.
All right, I'll go
They
around the
weren't, are you telling me they weren't buying my story?
I'm just saying a 7's not very convincing.
I'll go ahead around the bend here, and I'll
Just around the river bend.
Yep, I'll take the action to be able to see through familiar's eyes, see what's going on there.
Okay, Pocahontas, this is what you see down the river.
All right.
Brocahontas. All right, so the path opens up here, and it's kind of a grisly sight. There are 2 bandits in here, a halfling and a half orc, and they are in the process of cleaning and repairing and sharpening weaponry that's been recovered. There's pools of blood all over the place. So they're in the process of repairing weapons and cleaning blood off of them. There's pools of blood all over this room. The table near the far wall, and then the other table across the room as well is covered in blood.
They're just cleaning up after a mess. It's fine.
They're just being good housekeepers.
All right.
And the path continues further down here.
All right.
Sorry
well,
to be that guy, but are we still level 5 or do we hit 6?
You guys are level 5 still.
Oh, okay. Just make sure I got my spell slots right.
No worries. That happens to everybody.
I'll go ahead and have my familiar go north.
Okay. So as your owl flies down the corridor, the chamber opens up again into a much wider room. And it looks like this room is used for storage of foodstuffs. There are barrels and crates and wagon loads of food that have no doubt not all been purchased through legal means. Tables of cutlery and meals are being prepared against the back wall here. And there's a small oven and another table there.
So, like, are these guys doing like food for charity or something? Like,
You should ask them. And then the path continues to the south.
I mean, I feel like it'd be like weird to ask the people up here to like fly up where they are and ask them, you know?
You're gonna go ask them?
I mean, like, I feel like that's like the right thing to do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ask them. I'm like, yo, what are you guys cooking?
So there's a cloaked figure here roasting a pig over the fire. And on the other side of the table there, excuse me, I keep yawning, sorry. Man.
You can't start.
I went to bed at 9. No, I didn't go to bed at 9 last night. Oops.
I went to bed at 8 a.m.
That sucks.
Dude, fucking horrible.
All right, so there's a dwarf here, and he scoops up a crossbow as you come in, and he levels it at you and says, "Who are you?"
Who are you?
You say it back.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm at." He's. Oh man, I hate doing the accents. He says, "I'm asking the questions."
I'm just curious what you guys are cooking for.
How did you get in here?
We walked into the glass door over the poison pit, through the pond of people asking to purify the water, and now I'm here.
He lowers his crossbow a little bit and says, "Purified the water."
Yeah. What did you expect?
I thought you were breaking into the hideout. Never seen you before. Don't see many of you bird folk around here.
Well, I've never seen you before.
He says, "Well, I bet your kind doesn't find their way underground often."
Oh, no, not typically. It's inconvenient.
Wait, where did John go?
He's up north here talking to these
I'm up
guys.
north.
He
Yeah,
broke.
He
broke the.
followed the bird, huh?
He broke the #1 rule in D&D.
Me and the bird are chilling.
The bird
What's
is the word.
me? The bird is the word.
All right, so this guy over here roasting the pig turns around, he lowers his hood. He's got short cropped black hair and a black goatee, and you see that he's carrying a rapier and a short sword, one on each hip. And so he throws his hood back and he says, "What's your purpose here?"
Oh, I was just curious what you guys were cooking for.
He shakes his head and he says, "That's not how I mean." He says, "You come to join us, or do you die here?"
I mean, I don't join anyone that's not worthy of my might. So
He smirks and says, "You've got the bluster to join us, that's for sure." He says, "But folk don't just go walking through here."
well,
get my
I
meaning?
didn't walk.
He said he looks at the hallway behind you and he says, "And the others down there, they dead?"
No, they're still alive for now.
Good now. He says, "Well, friend, if you must know, we're cooking dinner. But it's only for members of the gang. You understand, of course. Now, if you don't mind," he gestures behind you at the hallway. "We've got things to do."
I mean, I do mind, actually.
Well, he turns back to the pig and continues like slow roasting it over the fire. He's just kind of twisting the carcass over the flames slowly. And the dwarf looks back at you and he says, "Well, if you're here, you might as well join, because you ain't leaving."
What do you want me to join in?
And he says, "No, you need to join our gang. We can use
Oh,
strong
what-
fighters." He
What
says,
does your gang represent?
"You haven't heard of Blackjack's Bandits?"
Not per se.
And he scratches his chin and he says, "Well, we might have to find a new name now that Blackjack is dead. Anyway."
Would Khan actually have any knowledge of Blackjack? I guess he would have heard me say Blackjack to the other people.
Yeah, just other people.
Yeah,
Go.
Kane Highwind might not. I mean, if he's from this area, I guess we need to discuss like what area of the kingdom you're from. But if you're from like the Highlands, I'm sure you would have heard of him. His gang has been robbing people on the Gold Road for a while now. It's become a real problem.
Oh.
He says, "Well, my friend, we're in the business of taking. We take what's ours and what isn't ours. And if anybody don't like it, we kill them.
Well, you don't give anything back in return?
He says, well, blackjack is always given to the commons. So they look the other way, of course. But the only folk we rob from are the nobles. And, the Timorians. Gods know they have the gold to spare.
Well, I mean, I see nothing wrong with this.
He says, well, I think you'd be a good fit. We think Galvangar died, so it'd be best if you joined us. We have a need for strong fighters. And with the tournament coming, there's going to be a lot of coin flowing this way.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
He asks you if you've been to the city. You been to King's Garden?
Not recently, no. I've not been back since my last enrollment.
Ah, veteran.
Yes, sir.
He chuckles to that and he says, how did you find serving for His Royal Majesty?
It was unwieldy, I would say.
He gives you a belly laugh and he says, aye. He sits on that fat arse of his all day, lording over each and every man and woman in the kingdom. Well, he won't lord over Grimblegut, the dwarf. I make my own way, and I obey no king.
I believe a king should be a true warrior, not just a man in a chair.
He walks over and he leans his crossbow up against this rock, and he says, don't get me wrong. He says, the king comes from a long line of warriors. But 25 years of peace makes a man soft.
Hurry, bail me out.
He says, well, if you want to go talk to the captain, you can go back the way you came, take the passage to the left, or continue on through here and follow the corridor and you'll find your way to his chamber. But I'll warn you, he's in a hell of a mood today.
Well, hopefully that mood doesn't end bloodshed.
He wags his finger at you and he says, I like you, whatever your name is. I hope it doesn't come to that. Kane. He says, places a hand on his chest. He says, Grumblegut, dwarf.
I'll see you.
About an hour.
I fly back to the main party.
All right.
You're almost joined the bandits.
I'm going to say that it's almost been 10 minutes with all that activity. So if there's anything else you want to do before Kyle wraps up his ritual, let me know. But I'm going to say almost 10 minutes has gone by.
No, I mean, he said to go back to the left, so I'm kind of like chill out near the pathway through the blood room.
Okay. All right. Well, if nobody else is doing anything, then Gradius, you're able to kneel down and complete your ritual to purify some of the water for the bandits. You might be AFK.
I guess
And that's how Kyle died.
while that's happening, can I, after he completes his spell, can I make an investigation check on the water?
Yeah.
All right.
What are you investigating?
I want to see what is preventing it from being consumable.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk up towards the pool of water and go ahead and start like bend over and check it out a little bit, examine it a little further. I'm gonna see 20.
Okay, with a 20. So the water's flowing in between these rocks here, and it seems like it's flowing out over here, but it doesn't seem like how do I want to put this? Something is blocking the exit to the reservoir.
Okay.
Could it be the rock wall that they built between the poison pit and the water?
Hey, nobody said these guys are smart. I mean, in our actual world, they used to put animal dung on wounds. God.
Yeah, bro. I just follow the red wall method of healing now. It's just like, here's a leaf. It'll make you feel better. And then my kids are like, oh my God, Dad, you're a genius. That's how it works.
I'm gonna get up after looking at the water and start moving down the hallway a little bit.
Okay. All right. So I think Radius is still okay.
No, I'm here.
Your ritual's over. You doing anything?
Apparently the water didn't turn clean.
Part of it, you were able to purify part of it. It's a 5-foot radius spear
Okay.
of any point you select. So yeah, something is blocking the reservoir down here though. That's
Okay.
preventing accurate filtration.
I'm gonna ask the guy whose eye healed to escort me to the cap.
Okay.
Captain Bug Eye.
He said, "You want to meet Bug-Eye Stanhope?
We're all meeting Captain Crunch.
All right, you come with me. Wait until he hears what you did for my eye. Maybe you can fix his eyes. Don't tell him I said that."
I said, should the Raven Queen wish it, it shall happen.
He says, "You got to tell me more about this Raven Queen."
I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about.
He comes up here and meets with Savik and Kane Highwind, and he says, "Well, boys, you want to go the short way or the long way? Can show you around a little bit."
Should we take the long way just so we can map it out while we're not fighting?
Yeah, give us the tour, please.
All right.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Please.
go on tour, guys.
He said, "You want to go on tour? You got snacks, you got tunes, you got dip, you got cigs. All right,
Turkey
let's
Hill
go.
green tea.
Magic potion time."
Green tea, dude.
So he takes you down here and he waves hello at the halfling and the half orc. And he says, "Over here we got Farley, the muscle." And what's that? What's his
Yeah.
name? And Ruddy the rogue.
Is that Chris Farley?
I mean, I don't know. His name's just Farley the muscle.
Okay.
And Ruddy the rogue. They look up. They're wiping blood off of swords, and Farley's over here using the grindstone to try and get nicks out of the blades. He nods at you, and Ruddy just kind of stares at you and doesn't say anything at all.
I don't like that.
Moves over here and stick the blade into the flames.
I asked, what's wrong with Ruddy?
He gives you an angry glare, and Farley speaks up. He's got he sounds like an orc from the Elder Scrolls. He says, "Well, Ruddy's been in the game a long time, and he got caught by some outriders and mouthed off to a lieutenant who took his tongue. Can't speak.
Oh. Well, I mean, that just makes sense.
He doesn't like to talk about it.
Well, I can see why.
All right.
He's trying to be Rubby Big Balls.
He says,
I
well,
was
Farley,
right
these
about my-
your escort says, Farley, these are some new recruits. He kind of gives you all an appraising look and he says, they'll do. You taking him to meet the captain? He says, aye, look at this. And he grabs his eyelid and opens his eye wide and he says, that dwarf fixed me eye. And Farley the muscle kind of stands up from the grindstone and nods at you, Gradius, and he says, good, we can use a healer around here. Maybe if we had a healer, Galvangar wouldn't have died. And this thug, this bandit says back, he says, whatever. He was always too moody and thought too highly of himself. Come on, friends.
All right. Well, follow the goblin. Or the bandit. Sorry, not goblin.
All good. There could be a goblin in here.
No goblins.
All right, so the path comes down here and splits. Holy shit, where's my... There he is. Covered up by a drinking mug and all of this. So it takes you here to this crossroads and turns to the south. And as you make your way down this hallway, you can hear more hammering. The hammering that you heard when you came in. And ahead to the south, there's a large room that is serving as a forge. And there are a couple blacksmiths hard at work at forging.
I
And
mean,
one
if we just went straight ahead, that would have been much easier.
two bandits kind of stand idly back here against the wall, making conversation. And the blacksmiths work at hammering away. Never mind. As you walk by, they kind of look up and nod at you whenever they see your escort. And just the rhythmic hammer on metal sound fills the room. And your escort kind of points down the hall and he says, we usually repair arms and armor here. He says, the station we just came through, that's for cleaning up old weapons.
Well, where do you get the old weapons from?
He gives you a confused look and he says, we take them from the dead.
You know, I mean, where are the dead? I mean, who are they?
Oh, he says, you don't want to know about that. Best if you don't
I
think
do.
about that sort of thing. And he says, well, you know, in our line of work, occasionally you gotta fight to take what you want. You know, I find a lot of lads when you're getting ready to rob their women get pretty brave, and then they end up with a sword in the gullet. Well,
What do you mean by that?
well, you know, I mean, if we waylay you and come take your valuables, just give them up. It ain't worth your life. I always explain it to them the same way, every single time. And without fail, some brave fool stands up and tries to fight us off, and then I have to stab him, and then he dies, and then I have to bury him, and then we have to take the woman, and we have to sell her, and it's a big mess.
I'm gonna tell him. I bet you can't wait till I
All right.
teach you how to steal money from people, and they thank you for it.
He looks back at you, Gradius, and he says, you know how to steal money?
And have people thank me for it. That's the key.
He's mind blown by this, and he says, well, you got to join now. There's no way you can leave here without joining. We need a guy like you in this company.
Have you heard of the Catholic Church?
I'm gonna double type this motherfucker.
He says, no, they sound awful, though.
You're a little too old for them, so you don't need to worry.
And he says, we take their old arms and armor, we stockpile them, sometimes we melt them down, sell them to our contacts in the city. We got a fence in there. They take anything that we need. For a price.
So basically not bandits, you're just highway robbers.
Oh yeah, they're highwaymen, like bandits, highwaymen, kind of the same thing. Just depends on.
Some of them have standards.
Yeah. Anyway, so he says, "Oh, I went the wrong way, but you got to see this." So he comes up through this archway. And there's another large chamber here. And he says, hello, boys, to the two guards, and they turn and nod at him. And I don't know, are you guys close by? Oh, you're right behind him. Okay.
Yeah.
So he comes in here and he says, look at these pups we picked up. And so there are two holding cells in this room, about 10 feet wide. And to the right here, there's a man in tattered crimson robes wearing a ram skull helmet and babbling on, talking to just talking to a human skull. He's just babbling on and on and on. To the left, there's a halfling in a green jacket and brown breeches, no shoes, kind of like resting idly against the back of the cage. And he stands up at your approach. And he says, you won't believe this. This idiot is from the TTC. We can't decide what to do with him. Don't really want to kill him. He's just a lad. But at the same time, he's seen what we've done. And that one over there, well, he's just been going on and on and on about something. He says some religion, some entity, babbling on and on and on.
Can I listen to what the guy's babbling on about?
Yeah, you have to get a little bit closer. All right, Grady, so you walk up and he's kind of disheveled. His face is shrunken in a little bit. Looks like he hasn't really been eating. And he's holding this skull and he's telling this story to this skull like it's another person that's there. And at your approach, he holds the skull to his ear and he says, what's that? And he jumps to his feet and he says, visitors! And he reaches his hand out from the bars and he points at you, Gradius, and he says, you! Do you know what lies beyond?
Yeah,
Do
the
you?
Raven Queen.
He recoils his hand and draws back and he says, heretic! Heretic. What lies beyond are the great ones. They are boundless gifts and knowledge await you. You need just give them a portion of your soul. Even now, they see my struggling in this cell and will one day reward me for it.
I don't know, man. The Raven Queen's treating me pretty well outside this cell.
He points his arm out again fervently at you and he says, do you wish to learn the true knowledge?
Nah, dog, I'm good.
He waves his hand at you and spits at your feet. And he says, then you are a fool dwarf. And you and your false gods will be cast into oblivion.
False god, the god, you said?
False gods. He says, you are a heretic.
I'm going to look over at the guy that's escorting us around, and I'm gonna say that the Raven Queen gives as much as she takes away. She is a fickle deity, and I'm gonna turn and cast blindness on this guy and take
Blindness?
his eyesight away.
Okay. Let me look up the blindness spell.
I believe they have to make a con save. Oh, it deafens too. Oh, blind or deafen the foe. So yeah, I'm gonna blind him. With a creature I can see within 30 feet, has to make a con saving throw. If it fails, he'll be blinded for the duration of 1 minute. But we'll have ventured on by the time that wears off.
All right, con save. 12.
Ooh, spell saves 14, bro.
All right. He's blinded then.
I bet you can see into your elders now, huh?
All right,
Walk
so he
away.
loses his sight and he places his hand over his eyes and whimpers a little bit and then suddenly grows quiet and he pushes the skull to his ear and he says, "You're right. You're right." And he begins to laugh maniacally and he says, "'Tis a gift from the great old one. I need not my sight, for I have seen the truth. You are a fool dwarf." And he says, "But perhaps your companions, perhaps your companions seek the true knowledge." And he waits patiently.
I tell him all I seek is justice.
Yeah,
He says-
that motions us to move along.
What about you, Savik? Savik? Maybe he's AFK.
What's that?
Oh, he said, Savik, are you there?
Yep.
The cultist cries out and asks if you desire the true knowledge.
No, I'm good.
He says, "Bah! Then you are all fools, and you will all be damned to burn my gift." So while that's going on, Savik, you hear this whispering, this kind of psst, psst, coming from over here.
I'm gonna send my owl over, and I'm gonna take the action so I can hear and
Okay. So the halfling walks a little bit closer to the bars and looks at your owl. And he says, in a whisper, he says, "Tell your master that I'm Herschel Longgarden of the Timorian Trade Consortium. I'm being held prisoner here, and they have the gold."
okay. Let's see
Herschel
here.
Longgarden. And he tells your owl, "Get me out of here. I'll reward you."
Herschel Longgarden. All right.
He's the halfling.
Um, I'll look over at him, um, and acknowledge his request. Um, uh, but I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of I'm gonna brush that off for now and wait until there's a better opportunity to go ahead and inform everyone who he is and who he is and that he's a part of the trade consortium.
You know, that might be significant if you had a member of the party that belongs to them here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have my owl fly back over, and I'll reveal about I'll tell everyone about Herschel later on whenever we're not around. We can make our decision
Okay.
what to do then later.
I'm gonna ask the tour guide to lead us forward to the leader. Say I want to meet him.
And he says, "Oh, sure, sure. So I got a little sidetracked. Wanted you to come down here and introduce you to my friends. Show you this crazy bastard. Just babbling on and on. All night, too." He says, "This way, boys." He leads you out of the cavern. He says, "Should we go this way? Should we go back?" He says, "All right, come on." So it takes you down through here and into the forge works. And he says, "Not to worry, boys. New recruits coming through. New recruits." They kind of look at you with a feigned indifference. Kane, make a perception check.
Yes. I thought you'd never ask.
Just what you always wanted.
Do I have anything plus to that? I do. I do. 18.
With an 18, as you're walking by this blacksmith, you notice that he is chained. He's got a manacle around his ankles, and this chain is tied around this rock, kind of keeping him in place, kind of in this general area.
Yeah. I sever the chain.
You're gonna what?
I severed the chain.
How are you gonna do that?
With my pole arm.
All right, give me a strength check.
Well, guess
Got
we're not
20.
meeting the
boy.
guy.
What?
Guess we're not meeting the boss guy.
All right, so with the 23, you reach down with your polearm and with little leverage, you snap the chain. And the blacksmith drops his hammer and looks at you wide-eyed and says, "I'm free?"
Yes, you may do what you want. There is no reason to keep a man shackled here.
All right, well, behind you, these two guards kind of lean up from the wall and say, "Hey, what in the nine hells are you doing?"
I kind of perch up and threaten them. I tell them to show me their boss, or they will speak to me.
He says, "Aye, you'll meet the boss, and you'll wish you didn't. No one comes marching through here and frees our slaves." Comes over here and points his sword at the guy, and he says, "You, wait right there." And he looks at your escort, and he says, what in the name of, I can't think of any of the gods right now. What in the name of the gods are you doing?
All of them.
What in the name of all the gods are you doing? And he says, well, I didn't know he was going to do that. I'm just taking him to meet the boss. And he says, you take him there and you tell him what your new recruit did. He kind of stands up straighter and swallows hard, and he says, oh, okay, I'll take him. And he looks at you, Kane, and he says, you shouldn't have done that, but come on. And leads you out of there. And as you leave the hall, this guy walks over to this guy and backhands him in the face. And he says, think you're running off, did you? All right. So here the path continues straight or to the north. And the bandit's going to turn here and head to the north. From the south here, you can hear the sound, or I'm sorry.
I'm gonna apologize to our tour guide of Kane's reckless actions. That
I'll tell him the true warrior doesn't need to keep slaves.
yeah, but a true warrior also knows when to pick his battles and not start one at an inopportune time.
Oh, I'll pick my battles.
Gradius, and he says, I can understand your fellow isn't from around these parts. I'm not sure what their customs are amongst his kin, but you can't just go marching. You can't just go marching through here freeing prisoners. Only the boss.
Sounds like his kin wing clipped him, and that's why he's here.
He kind of.
That's a bird insult, John.
Yeah, it is. That's a bird.
Bro, my wingspan's bigger than yours.
Well, yeah, that I don't have wings.
Yeah, that's the whole point, Kyle.
He says you can't just go around here freeing prisoners. He says only the boss says when these prisoners are free to go.
All right, let's continue to the boss.
All right. He says, well, with that, let's go on up here. So you come through another arched doorway and you hear the sound of running water through here. Flowing outward.
Is this water clean?
Yeah, it looks pretty clean. I mean, at least it's flowing out, you know?
So why don't they take water from here? Are they stupid?
Well, you know, they are bandits.
Yeah, Kyle, jeez.
I think they're wet bandits.
Anyway, drink from the poison hole.
So he comes over here and he skips across here and he says, mind the boy over here. And he points at a young man. He can't be any more than 16 or 17 practicing archery. At the table here, there are two bandits engaged in a game of dice, roll the bones. They're playing with a set of bone dice, and there's also a set of dragon chess here, and they have various amounts of coins stacked on the table. It seems like they've been at it for quite a while. There's also a couple bottles of alcohol littering the floor around the table, and they seem pretty inebriated. And as you walk up, the one seated with his back away from you kind of turns around on the chair and gives you kind of a cockeyed look and says, a dwarf. And then he looks over at Kane and he says, what the hell are you?
You going to find out?
He says, listen, man, I'm drunk. You want to play some cards?
I'm gonna ask him if he's heard about them.
Yeah, let's play some cards.
You want to play some cards? He said, I hope you brought your coin, my man, because I'm going to take it.
I don't know. I think I would get gold. That's like more than like a luxury to them, so. I 10 gold. Do I roll dice with this guy?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a card game.
Okay.
So, my role was
Oh, yeah, you roll.
an insight check to see if I noticed this young guy using his bow incorrectly.
Okay, all right. So, Kane, you're going to sit down and start to play cards. So he's going to ask you for a bet and dole out the cards. It's 2 cards. And and Savik and Gradius, you're watching this. This boy practices archery, and he's drawing back on the bowstring, but his arrows are pulling wide to the left as he releases. So it seems like he's having a little bit of trouble with his form, proper form.
I'm gonna help him pull his elbow up tighter and show him to point his finger where he wants the arrow to go.
Like ghost, like he's on caress him from behind.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna kiss the back of his neck and ask if he's over 18.
He's only 16, he said.
Oh well, then I'm not in, or then I am interested.
The great old one hangs up the phone. Then I am interested, he said. Oh, God.
Woo, 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 woo. Oh, the police are coming.
The fucking FBI's showing up at my front door soon.
Hey, what kind of campaign are you running here?
Not
John,
the kind you
trust me,
think.
the fuckery of his last campaign will never be topped. We literally had a deity hang up on us because we asked an evil deity hang up on us because we asked too ridiculous of a question.
Dude, I can't answer
Hey, you're
that.
on Tinder.
I can't answer that when it's going to be on YouTube.
All right.
I feel like it was a legitimate question though.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Sure
the
it
question was, John?
Yeah, please inform me.
So the question was, if I kill this pregnant woman, does it count as 1 or 2 souls?
2. Wait. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that really debates on the whole life thing. Anyway, this fucking card game.
John, yeah, I thought I was just running a one shot. And instead, I got thrust into probably the hottest, most controversial topic in America.
How to get your DM canceled?
Right, so you help the boy with his form, and his next arrow finds the target just outside of the center. And he gasps and he looks back at you and he says, "Thank you, sir."
I'm just gonna nod my head and go to watching John lose his money.
Oh, man.
Okay, we're gonna play blackjack in D&D.
Okay.
Here are the rules.
I know there was a fucking blackjack.
Yeah, but it's got to be adapted for D&D, son.
Okay.
All right, the highest number up to 21 wins. Anything higher than that is a bust. Ties go to a person with the highest roll. All right, so you can roll any combination of these numbers in any order as you want. You can roll a
Okay.
D10, a D8, or a D6. If you go over
And
21, you
any-
bust.
Wouldn't it
Any
make?
combination I want.
What were you going to ask, Kyle?
Sorry, I like disconnected and stuff. Can you do a D11 and roll 20? Even though that's not technically a real dice, but like.
Yeah, but you're not always going to get...
But that would be an ace. Ace would
Yeah,
be
but
worth 11.
I think the key is that you can roll the D10, the D8, or the D6 up to 21. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
if you
So he could
guys-
so he could roll again.
Yeah, you don't have. It's
Yeah,
not like you
I was
only
gonna
roll.
say-
Yeah, you can roll as many times as you want. So basically, the guy that's dealing is going to roll first, and then you'll see his roll. And then you
Okay,
just
so I
roll.
rolled on. So I have 9.
You have 14.
But yeah, but are you on our roll now?
Sorry, were those just practice rolls or like what? You know?
No, no. This is good. I'm trying to figure out. So I have 14. So now you roll.
All right, wait. I'm sorry. So it should be. Yeah, I don't even know if it makes sense. Holy fuck, I don't know. All right, D10, D8, D6. So he got 18. What are you at? 14? All right, hit or stand?
Hit.
18.
So,
All right, you guys are
18.
neck and neck. He's going to stand with an 18. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna stand.
All right, well then, I guess it's the
That would be
dealer's
a push, which means
Yeah.
that you go again.
Yeah. All right, so roll again, a D10, a D8, and a D6.
Not that I've ever been gambling before.
I've been gambling. I haven't been, but I have been to a casino where I gambled a shitload.
All right, so I wrote a 14.
He rolled a 10, so he's going to go again and he'll hit 11, 15, 21. What did you get? 22.
I got 20.
Thought you
Yeah.
rolled a
No,
14.
I got 20.
Thought you
I
rolled
wrote a 14.
Oh, you
plus
can still
6.
get a
What's
D1.
I wrote a 14 plus 6.
Yeah.
You can still roll
20.
that one.
Yeah, it's
Oh
did it.
my
You
God.
did it.
No way.
fucker.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
pod's
nudge
getting bigger.
Savick and say that this is one of the craziest hands of blackjack I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Pod's
all right.
getting bigger. What was the bet?
I don't
One-
even know.
one
Let's
gold
just say
piece.
1 gold.
Yeah, 1 gold
Yeah,
per
1
hand.
gold. All right, so we're up to 2 gold now. So
This is the second push, so this would be 3 gold pieces apiece.
yeah, so that's I rolled an 8.
All right. All right, let's see what he gets. 12, 6 and 6.
Mm,
What are you doing? Another 8.
16.
16. All right. Hit or stand?
Uh, Band.
Okay. He got a 12. He's got to roll a d6. 16, and then he'll roll another one. 17. He'll stand.
Fuck. Hit.
Roll it. What'd you get? A 20?
Did. Yeah, I got 20.
Fucking 20? All right, well, he's going to hit too. He looks at you and he looks at his cards. He looks at you and he says, I'm not going to be beat by no bird beak. Fuck,
He
that's
busts.
22. He busts. All right. All right, Jones. He
Oh.
busts out. He gets up, he punches the table, and he says, fucking game's rigged, and walks off, and you walk away with 6 gold
Alright.
pieces.
All right, I'm gonna manage that. I'm gonna put that in my inventory. Thank you. That was fun.
He says, I'm glad it was fun for you. And this guy back here is just chuckling the whole time, and he says, oh, I'm so glad I got to see that. I take his money every night. He never learns.
Damn. I'm gonna do that. Oh, there we go.
Does anybody else want to interact with the gambling bandits? David, you're quiet.
No, I'm not interested in interacting with the gambling bandits.
Okay.
You just want to do it with the what bandits.
All right, so your guide's going to lead you up the path here, and as you're walking along,
Got what you're here for.
he looks back at you and presses his finger to his lips, and he says, shh, people are sleeping. Damn. So you come into this very large room. Filled with, this is obviously where most of the bandits go to, the highwaymen go to sleep. There are a couple of folks in here just kind of snoring away. He kind of walks through here quietly. down to the other side. He says, try not to wake anybody. They're on the night shift.
Oh, 100%.
All right, so he comes down and around here. When you clear that room, he speaks in his normal tone. Sorry for my yawns. Holy shit. And you come to a large stone staircase that leads upward. Or I'm sorry, it looks like it leads down.
Well, depends on how you're looking at it.
Yeah. All right. So he comes down here and he says, all right, we went the long way, but that's how you get around. You'll need to know that for when you join up. He says, now when you get down here, the boss is kind of no nonsense. So keep that in mind. And he starts descending these stairs. Where are the rest of you guys? AFK.
Yeah.
You guys need a break?
No,
Fun.
I was typing something to Wes.
Sneaky boys. All right, so as you enter this chamber, the sound of rushing water fills your ears. And this water seems like it is salt water. You get the smell of salt kind of fills your nostrils. The sounds of battle draw your attention to the west, and as you look down here, you see two of the highwaymen are fighting with target dummies.
Yeah, this is a big place.
Yeah. There are casks situated to the left of the doorway. To the right, there's a large table beside a brazier. A table here with all sorts of ranged weaponry. A large oak cask, which you can assume is some sort of alcohol. Stack of grain are in the corner. I guess I need to expand the rest of it. Sorry.
Damn.
All right, so there's a bridge that extends across here, across the chasm. And oh damn. On the far side of the water, something glittering draws your eye. All
So
right.
I'm assuming the captain's across the little bridge here.
So
Across
some
the
other
board.
things that you notice here is that there's a very large, heavy rope net behind a large iron wrought grate that blocks the downflow of the stream here. There's a wooden bridge that leads across to the other side, and a table with a couple. Holy shit! I'm about to go get a Coke. There's a table with a couple humanoids gathered around it, engaged in low conversation.
I need to go take a pee.
All right.
Don't kill anyone without me.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Never should have come here. Okay. Cool guys. Never should have come here.
Did we kill anyone yet?
No.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
You spent the last 40 minutes walking through the dungeon. You don't even want to talk to this dude?
But I guess we owe him that.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
So I guess we owe him that.
I thought you said, oh no. I was going to be like, oh no, what?
Yeah. 20 more minutes of dialogue.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm only occasionally long-winded.
Joking.
It's for the story, Kyle. Kyle's like, yeah, you get into your cutscenes, and I tell Hannah, damn, he's long-winded.
So we all back ready to go?
Yeah.
So
How did I cue a
I
break?
think we're still
Sorry,
waiting
then.
on Wes.
No, he's
I'm here.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna cross the bridge and say, "What up, Cat Bug Eye?"
Hello, Captain Crunch.
All right, so you cross the bridge there, and gathered around the table is a there's a female elf with white hair, a tabaxi with its hood drawn, and a oh fuck, what was he? Hobgoblin. Maybe he was a bugbear. I don't know. One of those two. Anyway, they're standing and they're looking at this map, and they're in deep discussion. There's gold coins littered across the table, and they seem like they're in a very heated discussion about what to do as you approach. And so you walk up and you say, yo, what up, Bug Eye? And the hobgoblin looks up and excuses himself from his companions and walks around the table, and he says, what is the meaning of this? And your escort says, begging your pardon, Captain Stanhope, these are new recruits. Said they talked to Blackjack before he met his end. And he looks you all over and gives you an appraising look, and he says, he nods and he says, aye, they'll do for the next part of our plan. He turns and points at you, Gradius, and he says, this one here, Captain, is a healer. Look. And he gripped his eyelid and shows him his healed eye. And Captain Stanhope steps forward and looks at it, and he looks at you and he says, I welcome you, dwarf. We need a good healer among our ranks.
I'm gonna ask if they call him Bug Eye for a reason, if he needs something healed as well.
He says, well, I took an acid splash to to my left eye. My vision's been blurry ever since.
I'm gonna ask him if I can step forward and lay my hand on his eye.
He kind of looks at you skeptically, and he nods and he says, all right, we'll put your heels to the test. Oh, something else I should note is behind you there's cages of chickens that make chicken noises happily.
Oh, yeah, nice. I free the chickens.
You're gonna free.
As he walks up, I stretch my hand out and I cast at the 3rd level Guiding Bolt. For those of you unaware of what Guiding Bolt does, is a flash of light that streaks out towards the creature within range, making a ranged spell attack against the target on a hit.
Do you have disadvantage because you're in melee range?
I would think not, because he's like anticipating me to heal him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say no disadvantage because he is rather foolishly trusting you to heal him.
And it is because I'm casting at the 3rd level, it is 66 damage.
Dude, should you roll that with advantage since you're like right in front of him? I mean,
I don't know
You're
because
the DM.
spellcasting and melee range has
I know.
disadvantage.
It's the kind of stuff I like to ask Dave. What do you think, Wes?
I think it kind of
I'm-
cancels itself out.
Yeah, let's just yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion, but
What do you think, Wes?
I guess I should check with you guys if you're cool with me just like blowing this guy's head off.
I mean, I would have liked to notice that way I would have an advantage round 2. But since you're
Well,
doing it,
the next person to attack him gets advantage with guiding bolt hits.
we'll see who gets the initiative roll.
So either you or Wes will get advantage on the first attack against him.
So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if you're going to open up an attack when he's just expecting you to heal him, that will initiate a surprise round because as far as the rest of these guys know, you are not hostile. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
In regards to the previous question, that sounds more like casting. I'm not sure if casting a spell at point blank range gives you disadvantage. I know that shooting, say, with a bow and arrow does. But
Yeah, I guess I can look it up. Let me look it up here.
I still run it. Go.
Oh, good thing I'm getting advantage. That didn't help.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, sorry, that is a miss, buddy.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
All right, so hold on, let me zoom in. I can't really see. So we're talking this red dot.
Do the red dot,
Right.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. You guys can act in any order you want during your surprise round, and then we'll roll for initiative.
Okay. Wes, are you okay with me going next,
Yeah.
or do you want to
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a jump attack. I'm gonna leap over to the other side of this bad boy, and I'm gonna roll a jump attack. Shit. Oh
You're
my
attacking the dude
god.
with the red dot.
Yeah, so I hit him with 27, 22, and
Yeah,
then my
22 hit.
secondary attack, which is both of them hit. So roll 1d12 4 plus 1d6. So my initial attack hits him for 21 damage, and my secondary attack hits him for 11 damage, so 32 damage.
I fucking hate Adobe Acrobat so fucking much. Sorry, just give me one second.
Oh,
I
I'm
like-
also gonna like bonus action spawn my tankard.
Okay. I open up my Adobe Acrobat and I'm searching for a certain spell in this book of encounter, this spell block in this book of encounters, and it's like, we finished searching the document, and that's not here, and I know it's here.
I just like looking at the 7 hottest short haircuts for women in my Google news feed. No, so yeah, Google.
All right, so you hit him for 21 and 11. 32.
Just jump up and smash him down for taking slaves
Nerf
against that.
Nerf that guy.
No, I have no armor.
All right, so you jump up in the air and bring your pole arm down and spear him.
Oh wait, and then after I spear him, I do a backflip. I'm 10 feet away.
Okay. Well, Savik.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action Blade Song, and I'm gonna go ahead and move here. Owl is going to take the help action and fly by. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Firebolt on the goblin. Let's see here. That's +6.
Hello?
I think he cut out.
15.
okay.
15 is a miss. On this guy,
Yep.
the miss.
All right. That's going to end my turn.
All right. Well, with that, we end the surprise round. Roll for initiative.
No. Initiative.
Oh, now I roll a 14.
17.
David, you rolled a
rolled
10.
13, Kyle.
Yep.
It's going to be a long battle the whole way out of this dungeon.
Yeah.
There's a
mode
big bed
activated.
there to be comfy in. And
There's
also,
people
if
sleeping.
we kill the leaders,
We'll be the leaders.
I'm the captain now.
No. I'm the captain.
Sorry, boys. I just need a minute here to roll this initiative.
All I'm saying, boys, there's a lot of gold sitting over there. Hey,
I'm
while
fine with this.
Craig's figuring this out, what are you doing the whole?
I'm just doing the
Camp?
room. No, I'm just doing the room. I'm done.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. I see 3 people.
There's 2 here,
There's 2 down there.
4 here.
Okay.
And one of them has the advantage of all their eyesight.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have the best battle of his life and probably the worst.
After he loses his life.
All right, here's the order. It's gonna be this archer over here. Then Gradius. Wait, no.
I was gonna say Khan rolled higher than me.
Yeah, sorry. John and then Gradius.
Mm.
And then Wes, and then the 3 bads, and then the last bad.
Did
Okay.
Savik roll?
Yeah, he rolled a 10.
Oh, I thought that was one of his attack. Okay.
All right, so this guy's gonna move over here and draw back. He actually got a crossbow.
Oh, there he is.
Kane, he's gonna shoot at you from across the way.
All right.
He says,
might-
"Hey, do you like Divinity 2 Original Sin?"
I do.
Good, me too. And then he's gonna fire.
That I like Divinity 1 better.
And damn,
He
hey,
misses.
you say that, and that throws him off. He's like, "What the fuck?" That's so funny. It's your turn, John.
Okay, I'm gonna do a double attack onto Mr. Captain.
I love
Captain, my
that so
captain.
much.
So 24 and a 15.
Miss.
So I hit him with my jump attack, which is a 15 damage.
15 damage.
You see, senor?
Okay. What's that?
Is it see, senor? This guy's built like a freaking truck, dude. Come on.
What do you mean?
He's taking like fucking 50 damage already.
He hasn't taken 50 damage. He's taken
47 damage.
37.
47.
47? Let me do some math.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He needs to lose 10 now.
All right. Keep your DMs in check, everyone. Keep your DMs in check, kids.
Hey, that's what you guys are here for.
27 damage. Yeah, I'm level 5, so that'll end my turn. I'm so much jump attacking.
Okay, after you, then it's going to be Gradius's turn.
Oh man, you know it would be a real shame.
What?
If I went ahead and hit him with inflict wounds.
Yeah, I guess that would be a real shame. I guess since he's standing.
Well,
here.
good thing he doesn't have to worry about.
Oh my god, Kyle.
I feel
Can we
like
get
Darren
Kyle's,
right
like,
now.
Some
What?
mercy dice or something.
So I feel like Darren right now playing that mage.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the same rolls Darren had. Darren's like, I'm deck
Oh.
wizard. I got this guy. Doesn't hit at all.
Oh, but then he
Hold
gets
on, I
crit
gotta-
to the face.
Yeah, then he eats a crit to the face and dies.
I have a fortune teller fish that my incense company gave me. Let me hold it out for you,
Oh,
Kyle.
Well, I forgot about my inspiration tonight.
Oh yeah, you get inspiration, son, because you voted.
I don't think it's gonna help that 7 though.
Yeah. You want to use it?
Not on the 7. I'll remember. I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead and try and attack him with my spirit weapon. Oh, that hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's
that
that?
Oh,
Yeah.
critical hit. Nice.
You going one end of the spectrum to the other, man.
Oh wait. That should be 21 instead of 13. Because it was a crit, right? You
Yeah.
roll add on max damage.
Yep.
So it should be 21 total.
Shit. Okay. Maybe this guy will attack before he dies. Maybe not. Anything else, Gradius?
Nah, I just gave him the old Carl. He was standing there looking good. Boom, here's the dump.
Yep.
But-
It was all planned out in the.
It was ordained by the fates.
You know.
Glad to
Double
see
it
you-
is.
Yeah, yeah, God, that guy. I didn't even get a chance to see that guy when I was there last. All right. After you, it's Savik's turn.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a. Let's see. Oh man. I got too many options.
That's
Actually,
why you
here's
play a fighter, because then all you do is attack.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna delay my turn, and go last in the turn order.
Okay.
Do you want to ready in action?
No, I do not. While that's
Okay.
happening, though, I do, however, want to move.
Okay.
Hold on. No, never mind. That doesn't. I'm not allowed to move and delay my turn. I'll. Let's see.
Like you can like move and ready in action, but you can move and delay your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and delay my turn till last in the turn order.
Okay. I guess you're not moving then.
Nope.
Okay. Well, here's what happens. You guys are beating the fuck out of the Captain Bug-Eyed Stanhope. This Tabaxi Rogue over here is going to see what's going on. He's going to draw his blades, and I think I'm going to have him jump because they're good at that. You know what? I'm just going to have him fucking run. I don't know.
And your cat about to be dead, huh?
I mean, I don't know. Don't get too cocky, Bubby.
You looking a little bloody?
Oh,
Is he
you
bloody?
said the cap. I thought you said the cat. This guy's a cat person.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, he's beyond bloody. He's bleeding.
holding on.
he's bleeding
He's
from half a
stumbling
dozen
out of
wounds.
England right now trying to find the car.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. All right, so here's what he's going to do. He's going to run over here to you, Gradius. He's got these swords drawn. Man, he's going to
he's all
attack.
surrounded.
He makes one attack. He makes two attacks, one with a dagger and one with a rapier. And then he will sneak attack you. All right, so dagger, rapier, 21 and 19.
Those both hit.
All right, here's the dagger damage. Here is the rapier damage. He says, "Get good, scrub. This is Mordhau." So it hits you for 12. John and Kyle, did you know that they added mod servers to Mordhau so you can play like Star Wars and shit?
Oh shit.
I did not know that,
I
but
just found that out.
Very tempting.
I just found that out and I was like, damn, I need to reinstall that shit. All right, so he's going to sneak attack you because you're standing right beside his boss. All right, Kyle, so he hits you for a total of 22 damage. And he will end his turn. After him, it's going to be the elf. So here's what the elf's going to do. She's going to try and fall back. Whoops. She's going to try and fall back. And Kane Highwind, she's going to target you with a spell.
Bring it, motherfucker.
She says, oh, is that your opportunity attack? That's a hit.
Yeah.
Who?
Kyle gets an attack of opportunity on her because she moved out of his range. Okay, big hit for 12. All right, so she backs up and you smack her. She cries out in pain. And all right, what's she gonna do? Kane Highwind.
E?
That's what she's gonna do. She is going to hold her fingertips up to her forehead like Piccolo and point them at you. And from her fingers are gonna shoot 3 rays of fire. And she's gonna cast Scorching Ray at you. And it's a ranged spell attack to hit. Hold on to your butt.
Just quench my cheeks.
16 versus AC.
Oh, yep, that'll hit.
Okay, she's gonna hit you for this, and it's fire damage, so you're gonna be on fire.
Oh no.
Run and jump in the water.
Yeah. I roll 3 times. It puts out the fire.
All right, Kane, she hits you for 9
Okay.
fire damage.
He's knocked down.
I'm prone. Why can't I kick my dude? Oh, there we go.
Must not have paid attention in when we were growing up when they had that commercial one. It warned you of this exact situation about the crossfire. You'll get caught up in it.
Crossfire!
The most lit commercial of all time.
Oh, dude. Gets me hard, dude.
Maybe it's not the commercial, it's just nostalgia for when life wasn't so bad.
Whenever all you had to do was worry about marbles flinging across the table. Yeah.
And go to school and complain about your homework. I'd rather do a week's worth of homework than, well, no, I wouldn't. I'd rather work.
I mean, I didn't do homework anyway. That's just my C average.
C's get degrees, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, well, it's the Bandit Lord's turn. And you guys have been beating up on him, and he kind of leans back and roars, and he's going to draw this great sword from his back. And he brandishes it viciously at you, Gradius. And he says, you will pay for your foolishness. All right. 14 versus AC.
Miss.
Okay, well, he ate those words. Oh, wait, he gets to make 2 attacks. 14.
Another 14 hit.
Okay, well, clearly he's the one that's going to pay for his foolishness because he misses and ends his turn. So with that, it'll be this guy's turn. And I think he's feeling a little conflicted. And so he's just going to back up and hide behind the chickens. All right. Now it's your turn, Savik.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to go ahead and engage the spellcaster. I'm going to have my owl take the help action, fly by. And I'm going to go ahead and let's do... I guess I'll go ahead and attack her with Booming Blade. Let's see. Ready to 5 feet. And become she. Okay. I'll go ahead and attack her with Booming Blade with my scimitar. All right. That's a lot. Okay. 24 versus armor class.
24. Yeah, 24 hits.
Okay.
Yeah, +9. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a +2.
I know. Insane.
She takes 9, and then she's gonna take some thunder damage too. Yep.
We didn't say the sword had thunder damage, did we?
No, it doesn't. I'm using the Booming Blade cantrip.
Okay, sorry, I must have missed that. My bad.
All good. So
Okay.
she's gonna take 13 damage.
Okay.
Let's see.
That is gonna drop her.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take her head then.
Okay.
for the sword.
Little fairy hands.
All right, she's a female elf. Reach down and slice her head off.
All right.
You got to hang on to that head, by the way.
I will do that.
Okay.
In fact, I'm
gotta
gonna
get,
have
like,
I'm gonna have my owl fly over and pick it up with its talons, as there's blood dripping from the neck.
You don't put it in your head bag or anything like that.
There's a lot of fuckery with severed heads in my campaigns, right, Kyle?
You know.
Kyle beheaded like a female knight in Eastvale, which is a country a couple pretty far from Aurelius, and he decided he was going to take her head and open the boss's room and throw it in there, and then hit it with Eldritch Blast so that it just exploded.
Oh, nice.
We got advantage that round though.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
would.
I
like
also
your-
believe I
creative
got
role-
inspiration from it.
That's gonna end my turn.
Intuition.
Yeah, sorry about that, Save. It got sidetracked.
You're fine.
Okay, let's round
That
down
was
our
the same
roll for-
campaign with all the fuckery.
with the pregnant lady. I forgot to roll for one of the bads, so he will go next round after US. All right, that is a round down. So we're back over here at the crossbow, and John, guess what? Kane
He's
Highway.
shooting me again.
All right, she's over there, and she takes this quiver out of her. She takes a bolt out of her quiver, and she's gonna dip it into a vial of something, and then loads it into her crossbow and fires at you.
Miss.
No,
Oh, sorry.
I mean probably. Oh, 23.
No, that's a hit.
All right, so she hits you for a D10 plus 3 plus some poison damage.
Oh my god.
4.
I like that.
Roll a D2.
D2,
Yeah, roll a D2.
2.
Oh. Okay,
What fuckery is this?
make a Constitution saving throw. The bolt hits you and sinks into your flesh, and you feel some kind of sting on it that starts to freeze your muscles and makes your vision blur a little bit. Make a con save.
Okay.
Oh shit! Okay. All right. Well, never mind. So you reach over and you rip this bolt out of your flesh, and you just kind of shake away the feeling. And I guess, okay. Congrats! You shake off the poison. Unbelievable.
Nice.
Okay, that's the end of the crossbowman's turn. So it's your turn now, Kane. You are on fire.
All right. What do I take for fire damage?
I think it's a D6.
A D4.
Stop it.
I mean, I rolled a 1.
Oh, you know what? Never mind.
No.
Scorched Ray does not ignite things for some stupid reason. It's literally fire. Okay, so you're not on fire.
All right. Well, I'm pissed off. I glare at the crossbowman and I fly over and do a jump attack. And I'm just going straight into melee range.
Okay. Oh, is the 22 your attack?
No, I didn't roll. The
Oh, yeah,
22 was my con save.
My bad. Okay.
So 20 and 18.
2 hits.
Booth.
Damn.
Oh, I hit him for 28 damage.
All right.
Nothing.
Tell me about how you're attacking him, because you're going to kill him.
Oh man, I just like fly across the river and just plunge into his heart, like peg him down to the ground.
Okay?
Like
He's
pull
wearing...
my spear out from the ground and like wipe it off, fling it off the blood.
Okay. He's wearing leather armor, so your spear is able to pierce his heart quite easily. And as you strike him, he kind of flies back across the chamber a little bit as you land, like fluttering your wings and gaining your footing. Okay. Nice. Anything else?
No, that's it. That sums it up.
Gradius.
Guess I'm gonna try and
Who's,
finish off big boy.
Biggie
who's
boy.
this dude? Who's this
Bobby
guy?
Big balls. What?
This guy. I'm pinging him. Who's he?
You'll find out at the end of the round.
Okay, he's not engaged in combat.
Oh, he will be.
I was like, well, stab him next.
Like I said, you'll find out at the end of the round.
The 17 hit.
On Big Bad, yes. He's
Okay.
wearing a
And
breastplate.
I'm gonna use my Smitey Mace.
Okay. You remember what it does?
Yeah, it doesn't add smite to my attack once a long rest.
Let me look. The Smiter. Where the fuck is it? Oh God. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's a +1 mace called the Smiter. So here's what happens. Every time you use your channel divinity, it charges the mace and you can extend a charge to do an extra 3d4 radiant damage.
Oh, so it's just a straight 3d4. It's not a smite.
Yeah, but you have to be using your channel divinity spell to earn a charge for it.
Well, I did use. I guess there was a long rest, but I've used Channel of Divinity before.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, that's fine. I'll allow. We'll just say there's one charge in there for now, and then I'm just gonna get. I'll keep track of that. So yeah, with your attack, then you would just roll your weapon damage. It's a +1 mace. Plus, if you want to expend the charge, then it's an extra 3d4 radiant damage.
Well, does the regular attack hit it kill him for 14?
No.
And guess you know what I'm gonna do.
The power of Christ compels you.
Jesus.
Shit. All right. 23. I think that's the exact amount of health he has. Let me look at old boy here. Yep, 23 health. How do you want to kill him, Gradius?
Well, I just want to, like, do the first swing of my hammer and notice that, like, after it connects, I'm still, like, holding it against his body. Like, I break a couple ribs and noticing that he was going to be still able to fight after that. Ignite the hammer with radiant damage, setting it on fire, and just, like, plowing through his chest the rest of the way.
Okay. Yeah, so the radiant fire of your weapon burns through his armor and cooks his organs, and his eyes roll up, his bug eyes roll into the back of his head, and he drops over to the ground dead with a thud.
I'm gonna turn over to the Tabaxi and I'm gonna say, do you accept me as your captain now?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
He looks at Captain Bug-Eye Stanhope and glances up at you and flourishes his blades and sheaths them. And he says, "We follow the strong. If you'll lead, we'll follow. He glances behind him and he says, "Besides, both my companions are dead. And I'd prefer to live to fight another day."
I kill him anyway.
Hey, that's up to you guys.
No, but but
I just convinced him to stand down. That's all.
I'm about to eat some chips.
Then I'm gonna tell him. So let's discuss this plan you were going over.
All right, it's his turn, so he'll follow you over to the table. And he asks you, what do you wish to know?
What the plan is?
He spreads his paws, I guess, out on the map, and he says, "The greatest heist of all." He says, "We're going to hit everything. We're going to hit the traders when they're on their way back to Timoria after the tournament. We're going to hit the casino and the bank."
Do you really have enough men in this operation to pull that off?
He shakes his head and he says, "Not in this operation, but we have friends in the city, if you catch my meaning."
The Fighters Guild.
He says, "Perhaps. Our friends tend to hang more in the shadows."
So, I mean, you guys could kill him if you want, but I'm gonna end my turn there.
No, I'm
Well,
not
on
gonna
his
kill him.
turn- Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna kill him.
It's his turn, so he was just going to explain the plan a little bit more. So he points at the Gold Road and he says, 7 or 8 days from now, all the vendors that have been in Kingsgarden for the tournament will leave to go back home. The largest majority of them are going to march right back down the Gold Road, believing that because Blackjack is dead, the road is safe. While we're in the middle of this, our friends in the city are going to hit the casino from the sewers, and then we have friends in the watch that'll look the other way while we plunder the bank. The hardest part is going to be getting away safely. So then he'll end his turn. After he explains that, he just kind of folds his arms and looks at you and says, "What do you think?" "You seem strong enough to lead this crew."
Yo, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Gotcha. All right. Well, after that, the wizard's dead too, as wizards usually are.
He didn't have his mask on.
Yeah, he didn't. So this guy is going to come out here and he says, "Hey, I don't really know what's going on, but I don't really want to get killed. So, if you guys could just let me live, I would really appreciate that."
Can I go ahead and loot what's on the the wizard's corpse?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do some loot.
Give me 3d12.
All right.
Two, 7, and 3. Okay. With 2, you find a book of magic recipes. And seems like it is a book for cooking with magic.
Okay.
You also find a book of cauldron rituals.
All right.
If you want to rifle through that, let me know. I'll let you know what's inside.
Okay.
And then 3. Sorry, just give me a second. Oh, you find a crystal orb.
A
Who did we lose?
a crystal ward.
Orb.
Orb. Okay.
Orb. O-R-B. Who did we
Okay.
lose? Okay.
All
All
right.
right. So
I'll go ahead and start rolling some Arcana checks on the. Well, I'll go ahead and do an Arcana check on the crystal orb. And
okay.
I'll go ahead, and then after I do that, I'll go ahead and start leafing through the magic recipe book and the book of cauldron rituals. Whoops. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Let's try that again.
Yeah, you want to try that again?
All right. Here's what you can learn from the orb with a 7. It's a clear orb about the size of a human's fist. Seems like it could be used for divination or transmutation, but you're not quite sure with at this present time. You know, you could make an Arcana check again in the future to try and discern more.
All right.
And as far as the book of cauldron rituals, let me look at this. Okay. This book contains several spells, curses, and hexes, which require a specific magic cauldron to cast. And the magic cauldron is, it's drawn. There's a picture of it in the front of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like these spells kind of work with the cauldron.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead. Can I leaf through them to see what kind of spells are accessible through that?
Yeah, let me just pull up let me pull up a table here.
All right.
Of course, they just had to add Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. So when you type in Cauldron Spell Table 5e, it comes up with all the spells from the book. Give me 1 second. All right, how many of these are there? Okay. Roll a d60. Or why don't you roll 3d60?
3d60. All right.
Yeah, because there's 60 spells on this table.
Okay. Backslash. Oops.
I think you want to move that 3 next to the D.
Okay. Nope.
Next to the D, bro. I'm sorry.
Let's try this. There we go.
You can have some of this. $9, $20, and $29. All right, give me 1 minute. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. The first scroll that you come upon is a scroll of Summon Celestial. It's 5th level conjuration that allows you to call forth a celestial spirit taking the form of an avenger or a devil.
Okay.
All right. The next spell is Intellect Fortress. It's 3rd level abjuration. It shields a creature's mind against mental assaults.
Yeah. It's
All right. And the last spell.
Mm.
It's the Sword Burst cantrip, Conjuration. I think
Oh,
we
nice.
just talked about this on Friday, Wes.
yeah.
Sorry.
Conjuration cantrip that manifests spectral blades that can strike at all nearby creatures. So it basically makes you Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. You got those? You need me to write those down?
No, I got him.
I wrote them down anyway. Okay, so that's why you're able to discern. As far as the cauldron goes, perhaps that's just how the you would need to learn some of these spells is to have the cauldron there while you prepare them.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you find on the mage.
And then the book of like food recipes is just, cooking.
Yeah, it's just cooking with magic.
Okay.
I don't have anything for that off the top of my head, but if you want something from that, let me work on it. I'll have something for you by Friday.
That's all good. I'll go ahead and loot the bandit too. I guess we should
3d12, please. Let's see. 5, 8, and 12. Okay. All right. So the first thing you pull off is a wanted poster. That seems like it might resemble Captain Stanhope, but the nose is all wrong.
Okay.
All right. The next thing you find is a quiver filled with poison bolts. So these bolts actually have poison vials stuck on the end.
Okay.
It's a con save or an additional 1d4 poison. And then the last one. All right. There is a messenger raven in his bag.
Okay.
So if you take the raven out, it has some sort of piece of parchment tied to its leg.
All right. Is there a seal to it?
Yeah, not it doesn't have it's got a wax seal, but it's there's no what do you call it? There's no marking or anything. It's just a plain wax seal.
Okay.
Black.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and break open the seal and read the actually no, you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to ask the Tabaxi what's in this note. What's this raven, what message does this raven have?
Okay. He says our friends in the city prefer to use messenger birds from time to time. Less conspicuous to pass a note than it is to use a spell that could be detected by the battle mages. Draws unwanted attention. He said that there ought to be a report on vendors and comings and goings within the city over the last week. But Captain Stanhope didn't have the opportunity to relay its contents to us due to your timely arrival.
All right.
So guys, I just got back and my computer's not connected to the internet, so I'm gonna try to figure that out real quick.
We can hear you just fine.
Yeah, that's because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
So you guys, if you want to continue the story or whatever, I can hear it. I just can't do anything in Roll20 right now.
Okay. So I guess the bigger question now is, what do you guys want to do next? Because there's a whole dungeon full of bandits down to the south of you.
And we just became the leaders of the bandits.
We sure did.
Wait, I want to check out this legendary gold chest of treasure that the bandits have.
Across the pond?
Yep.
All right, there is a boat anchored, moored or whatever, tied up there. Small rowboat.
I'm gonna have my owl fly over and give it the old perception check.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking through my notes. All right, so your owl flies over across the water, and it seems like just like an undisturbed pool of water that's pulling in from the top of the cavern.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna shove off and row across there?
Nope.
Why?
'Cause I suspect that something reeks of traps.
Well, what makes you say that?
It's just a bit of a hunch that I have.
Intuition, bro.
Yep.
I didn't know West took a level in Admiral Akbar.
All right. Well, if you gaze out across the water there, you will see a treasure trove of golden valuables that has no doubt been taken from the Timorian Trade Consortium. Kane Highwind, are you with us? Kane. Think he's AFK. Maybe he fell asleep.
Has been gone for a while.
I don't know. He just kind of got quiet, and then I hadn't heard anything. He's in Discord. Maybe he can't hear us. Yeah, so there's a massive treasure trove of gold and
Traps.
bars of ore and did you say traps?
Yep.
Well, I don't know.
I guess we never will.
Greg, you've never been very good at poker, have you?
What do you mean? I didn't say anything at all. All I said was it's an undisturbed pool of water.
Yeah, that's definitely a trap.
I can't believe you guys. Well, I guess you guys don't like gold.
I want to go over to the Tabaxi and be like, so how many traps do you have in the water there?
He comes over and he glances at the water and he says, well, it's not trapped from a certain point of view. We didn't lay any traps.
Okay.
He says,
So context clues. There's probably an undercurrent that when we're trying to get there, it pulls us down into that net that they built.
Let's push the Tabaxi in the water.
This is really where we needed John's other character.
so he walks over here to this cage of chickens and he reaches in there and he grabs two out by the neck and he comes over and he hands them to you. He says, here. If you're going across there, and he nods toward the water, you don't need these.
Oh, so it's alligator infested and we have to feed them.
Then he elaborates. He says, we didn't trap it in any way. But we weren't the first ones to move into this cave. And that's
Okay.
important. If you're going out there, and he shakes these chickens at you, he says, you're going to need these.
All right.
Then he backs up. He's like, I don't like going out there.
Hold on a second.
You're good.
Can I
Oh,
make a perception check?
here's what I'll
on
do.
If I hear a clock ticking.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast the minor illusion cantrip, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and create an illusion of one of the birds, and have it kind of stay in place on top of the water here.
Okay. You cast minor illusion, and the lifelike image of a bird appears at the base of the water. I'm sorry, on top of the water. And you start to see some waves. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Start to see some waves coming in, cresting the water a little bit. And kind of in like a serpentine zigzag pattern as it snakes its way across there. Oh, fuck. Sorry, excuse me. Snakes its way across there, and a large crocodile brings its giant maw, huge maw out of the water and snaps its jaws shut around the minor illusion and rolls under the surface of the water.
Okay.
And the minor illusion goes away.
All right. All right. Alligator. I'm gonna ask the tabaxi, what can you tell me about the gator that you have in the water there? You said that it was here before you inhabited here. What else do you know about it?
What else does he know about the crocodile?
Yeah.
He shrugs. He says, well, I know it eats a lot of chicken. And, well, when they put that horde out there, they just kept throwing chickens to keep it distracted. And he left him alone. It seemed as long as his appetite is sated, he's not aggressive. That said, if you go in there and don't feed him, I've seen him devour a couple of the boys in this gang.
Okay.
And it ain't pretty. He points over here at this net and this grate, and he says, that's not there for us. That's there to keep him out.
I'll go ahead and ask him, from your best recollection, what kind of, how much treasure, like, do you have an inventory list of the treasure that you keep on the other side of the water?
Yeah, he nods. He nods towards the rock over there hosting the treasure, and he says, yeah, it's on the table over there. And
All
he
right.
says, I'm not quite high. I wasn't before Blackjack. Jack and Galvangar and Nyland were killed, I was just a low-ranking nobody. And then the more of our boys got killed off, I moved up through the ranks. So I can't say for sure how much of a cut our friends in the city took. But there's enough coin over there to make a man rich for a very long time.
All right, I'll walk over and start looking through the list of treasure inventory.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's on this table.
Which table?
This table. Across the water.
Oh, okay. Well,
My bad.
let's see what we
Forgot there
can
were
do.
2 tables over here.
That's all right.
Well, if John was here, you could just have him fly over.
That's all right. Let's see here.
Yeah, I was thinking without John, we should probably wait to go over and check the treasure hoard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe do that next week.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, if you guys want to call it, we can, but we can keep going for a little bit. And
I mean, it's not that I want to call it, but it's more of we could end up in a real hairy situation.
yes,
John could easily solve.
yeah, if it's just the 2 of you guys and you go out there and you get attacked by the crocodile, that might be bad.
Gator.
Well, so let me ask you this: what do you guys want to do about the bandits? The Tabaxi lieutenant said that he didn't want to die, and that if you would lead them, they'd follow you.
Yes,
Otherwise, you can carve a bloody path the whole way out of here. So,
Yeah, I think the rest of the bandits might be a Gallandan kind of deal.
sorry,
I
you
think
cut out, buddy.
I think the rest of the bandits sound like something that Gallandan would probably like to handle. I know he seems to
Okay.
be interested in potentially finding the Thieves Guild within the city, and I know that this Tabaxi sounds like he has a contact.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of an unspoken thing, but their friends in the city can only be so many groups. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's funny if it was just gonna be Wes, if it was just gonna be you and John tonight, I was gonna be like, "Oh, you dig through your pack, and what is this? A scroll of town portal? What?"
No, I wasn't gonna do that.
I'm glad you showed up. Oh, I will say, Wes, as you're taking these heads, you hear this voice pipe up from within your bag.
Okay.
Hey, hey. And then a little bit louder. Hey.
I'll take the head of the wizard and drop it in there and look down at Gardos and say, here's something to keep you a bit company.
He says, I don't want company that's not going to talk. He says, find me a body.
Not yet,
Make it-
Gyarados.
I'll make it worth your while.
We still want you to be a Magikarp.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but okay. At least you're carrying me around in this nice bag. All right. Well, I hate to call it so early, guys, but
It's all good.
I think one of our teammates passed out.
yeah, dude, he works nights. I know there wasn't much combat. I'm sorry. Was it fun for you
No,
guys? though?
that
Yeah.
was. I mean, the only reason there wasn't much combat is the way that we played it.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely role played it very well.
We social
Def-
encountered it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I thought you guys were gonna come in here and just bloodbath carve your way through. But
Dude, we slap and
convinced that
steal in
guy.
this one, Craig.
yeah,
We slap and steal.
yeah, that's right. This is a slap and steal campaign. Murder hobos are further south.
Hey, I didn't slap nobody today.
That's true. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Are you gonna be around on Friday, Kyle?
I think so.
You guys trying to chill for Fucked Up Friday?
Yeah, I told you we had that 8th.
Fucked Up Friday. That's Wes got out of the car last week with 2 6-packs and was like, Fucked Up Friday. I was like, yeah, it is.
Friday.
Yeah, we got that 8th from New York City.
Rad. That sounds awesome. Yeah, let's plan
Yeah,
on doing
Wes,
that.
they just sell weed in stores in New
Dude.
York City.
So you can just walk
Wow.
into the weed world or world of weed and just get whatever you want.
Yeah, the only stipulation is you have to pay cash or debit. You're not allowed
Oh.
to use a credit card.
That's just like PA, except in PA you can only use cash. Did you know they legalized it in Maryland starting July 6th of 2023?
Yep, I saw that.
Legalized it.
I think Missouri also joined them too.
Yeah. Yo, did you guys have fun with the session tonight? I feel bad we didn't do much other than social stuff.
No, that was fine.
Okay. There's a lot more battles to come, I promise. You know, that's a guarantee.
And like I said, we chose to not do a bloodbath.
I kind of liked it because it gave me a chance to show off some of the stuff, like the prisoners. I wasn't even sure if you were going to make it there. You know, and you got to talk to some of the bandits and learn their personalities. And then honestly, like, I thought about these guys like, okay, well, the leader's going to fight to the death, but what his lackeys? I mean, they're really just in it for the money. So, I think, yeah, so I said in session 0, I would reward good role playing. So why don't you guys give yourselves inspiration for the next session?
So I have
All right.
2 inspirations.
Yeah. Is that fair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the
Wes, what do you think of those spells? They're pretty cool, right?
yeah.
Dude, Summon Celestial is beastly.
Yeah, it is. Intellect Fortress is also great for
Yeah.
for fighter types that
Yep.
you know have trouble like with intellect saves, and you know Sword Burst is right up my alley. So
That's so
that's-
funny. We were just literally talking about that on Friday.
Yeah.
And again, random loot table comes through and I'm really stoked. So, but overall, I really enjoyed the session and I hope you guys did too. I will give you, let's do 300 EXP.
all right.
Give you a little experience since we didn't do much combat. And I will say, man, you guys fucked up the bandit leader in no time.
Yeah,
Yeah, imagine if I would have hit on my first attack.
Dude, it's good that you guys messed him up so much, though, because he was a battle master and he was supposed to have 3 great sword attacks on his regular turn, plus maneuvers. So he could be like, I trip attack, and then I'm going to stun, and then I'm going to riposte. Or no, riposte is a reaction, but you know what I mean. I thought he would be a lot more dangerous, but
well
John hits like a truck.
the interesting thing is about this is it also alleviates us not pushing to extreme high levels for the other content that you have.
Yeah.
So it seems to work out nicely. You know, we're not planning.
And
It
that-
looks like we won't have to come to the tournament at level 8.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
we
that's what I
call
was
it,
afraid of. Yeah, go ahead.
can I go over to the brass gate and see if it'll open?
Yeah, you can go check it out.
And my second question is, how far of a drop off from the surface of the ground to the water?
Like 25 feet.
Ooh. Okay, that should be fine.
I mean, no, I gotta put that on the map, otherwise I'll forget it.
Because gators can jump like 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, I remember I read that, but I couldn't remember what the exact number was. So I thought, well, it should better be above 20.
Yeah, like that. They're stupid athletic for being dinosaurs.
Dude, look at those things and tell me there's a god. Just, dude, Kyle, it's just
Sand
like those
beasts.
sand bees, dude.
Goddamn sand bees.
Wes, they pulled this little kid, probably like 5 or 6 years old at the most,
Right.
was playing in the sand in Jamaica, and all of a sudden he started wailing. I mean, wailing. And people came over to check, and he was holding his belly, and as soon as they touched it, man, he would let out this cry of anguish, and we thought, well, shit, it's his appendix. So the lifeguard and the nurse came over, and they knew what it was right away. And they gloved up and pulled this stinger out of this boy's belly. That, I don't know, how long do you think it was, Kyle? Like,
At least like a half an inch.
yeah, it was massive
Wow.
for a little kid. And I just looked at Kyle. I mean, we had been drinking rum all morning. I looked at Kyle and I said, look at those things and tell me there's a God.
But yeah, does the gate open?
Yes.
Okay, so we could swing that open. And what about the net? Could we take that down?
You could take the net down, but you're going to need some help moving this gate. It's a massive iron rod gate. It is on a hinge that would swing to one side, but it's going to take 2 people to open at least.
You want to help me save it?
Yeah. Sure.
So we're gonna open up the gate. Well, we're gonna take down the net, open up the gate, and then throw all the chickens downstream over here.
All right.
Okay, are you guys moving across there to check out the treasure then?
Perhaps we gotta see if the alligator takes the bait or not.
Okay. Who's throwing the chickens? Because it's going to take 2 of you to move the thing.
I'll cast Mage Hand.
I was gonna say,
Cantrip.
can we assume John throws the chickens in?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. All right, so here's what I need from both of you guys: a strength check.
I don't know what happened to my character though. I can't find it.
Oh, did he get deleted? I didn't delete him.
Yeeted.
Maybe.
He might have been deleted.
I see my cask here. So here, I'm over here.
Here, I'll grab you.
That's fine. We could just use my spirit weapon.
Well, I either grab your character now or later. So I'm thinking now is good. Dude, the map, Ataxian Bear or whatever, he's awesome. You have to update your health, Kyle. Dude's always posting maps on Reddit for free. I like that. All right, kids. I need a strength check from both of you.
All right. Here we go.
That's weird. I don't know how, but somehow I ended up on the editor page.
That is weird. I didn't even know that could happen. Nice. All right, Savik.
All right. Here we go.
14. Okay. So you guys unhook the latch and start pushing the gate. And it groans and opens.
Quick, John, throw the chickens in.
right,
Chickens in.
John, you're back.
I'm so tired.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm tired.
We're going to call it here. We're just doing this last thing.
Where are those chickens in?
Over here.
Where are the chickens?
They're right over here.
Oh, no, that's not my password. Where's the bad guys?
The bad
The
guys.
bad
Okay.
guy is an alligator in the water that we're trying to get away from the treasure without having to fight it.
Okay.
But this whole stunt was only done because we thought you were gone instead of you being able to fly over to the treasure.
Ah.
So yeah, John just throws the chickens in the water. Does the gator start swimming towards him?
Yes.
So
I
you
do
dump those chickens in the water and they start screaming and making scared chicken noises and they're flopping around and they can't fly. They can barely fly, so they're just real scared. And from this direction, you start to see the crest of the water break, and there's this massive green crocodile that comes strolling through there. And he comes over here and starts feasting on these chickens, and they cry out in terror as this huge crocodile comes up with its colossal maw and just swallows a couple of them whole. And as he does so, then he starts into his death roll.
Yeah, but I think we want to jump like it to be, on the other side of the gate where we threw the chickens, like down in these areas.
You taking the net down?
Yeah, did I not say that?
The loot.
All right, so you take the net down, and we'll say he drops these. He scurries over these rocks, comes over here, and starts feasting on these chickens.
And we're just gonna push the gate shut now.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting choice. Yeah, give me another strength check, please, Savik.
On it.
Oh shit, nice.
Well, not 20. That'll do it.
All right, so the gate groans as you slam it shut, and the croc doesn't even notice.
Now we can go back and forth on the treasure trove as often as we want.
All right, well, if you decide to go over there, I can tell you a little bit about the treasure.
I want to roll a D12
For what?
treasure.
Well, you can just go over there and see what's there.
Okay. What's there?
You got to fly over there, buddy.
Okay.
All right, so you guys get in the boat and you row your boat all the way across the thing. All right, so here's what you find. There are rows of treasure chests glittering with gold, copper, and silver coins. Chests of bars of precious metals like gold, silver. Bags of gemstones, stacks of gold coins, and other precious gems litter the tables in the surrounding area. There's a ledger on the table. I need to move you. Nope, I just need to move my list out of the way. Sorry. All right. So of the bars, here's what you find. You find 10 copper bars, 10 gold bars, 15 silver bars. You find a sack of gemstones containing emeralds, sapphires, and 60 gold pieces just in that sack. How do you hide a roll?
Can't you roll on the DM level?
Whisper to me, I'll tell you what.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh. Did anyone else see me just roll?
No.
Wait, did you roll 14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did two. When I open up the advanced dice thing, it says GM. So I'm assuming that's the game master.
Did you see that roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. Fuck. Okay. Well, there are
Yeah, 52,000 gold.
5,290 pieces of gold.
Well, shit.
Darren would know. In addition to that, like I said, there are 10 chests with 10 copper bars, 10 gold bars, 15 silver bars, a bag of sapphire and emeralds with an additional 60 gold pieces. And there's some other treasure that we can discuss next week. There are gilded sets of armor. And as who's searching through this chest by the way? Yeah, we saw it, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, I know. There's got to be a way to do it. Who's searching through the chests, by the way?
I did it.
Okay, well, as you're searching through these chests, you also come across a bag of holding.
Oh.
I have some conversion information from the Dungeon Master's Guide on gold, silver, and other bars as well, but we can deal with that later on. So, 5,290 gold pieces, 10 copper bars, 10 gold bars, 15 silver bars, 60 gold pieces in a sack with emeralds and sapphires. And I think we will roll this. Okay. All right, so I will have a full breakdown of the treasure in the group chat tomorrow.
All right.
Cool.
But that is all the loot from the Timorian Trade Consortium. After the cut that was given out to their friends, of course. Does it meet your expectations, friends?
Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty big.
What do you mean? What do you mean you guess?
I guess so.
Was it supposed to be bigger than that?
Oh, God.
That's what she said. Oh wait, I timed my joke wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, well, think on what you want to do with it. Think about if you're getting out of here with it, and just let me know what you guys want to do. Like I said, I'll have all the loot in the group chat tomorrow. But we'll go ahead and call it here tonight. John's tired and everything, and let's just wait until next week for everybody to decide. And I'm probably going to hang out on Discord for another 20, 30 minutes if anybody wants to chill. But otherwise, hope you guys had fun in the session, and thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for being DM
buddy.
tonight, Craig.
What's that?
Thanks for being the DM tonight.
Yeah, buddy. I hope it's fun. My top priority is you guys having a good time. So,
Blast. This third shift thing is fucking killing me, dude.
I know, buddy. I hope you get some good sleep.
Yeah. All right. I'll catch y'all later.
Later,
See you,
John.
John.
That's what I found on Reddit, Greg.